So our goal is to make a seemingly impossible domino run that you have never, ever seen before.
Clint, you want to get our social distance measurements?
Back up.
You know, you're defeating the point if you're actually touching people with these things.
So NVIDIA sent us these new laptops that have really nice workstation GPUs in them. They're the Quadro RTX. And these GPUs, not only are they great for 3D rendering and video editing and all that kind of stuff, but you can also do physics simulations on them. So what better way to take advantage of a workstation GPU than to do a physics simulation with thousands and thousands of objects? Let's team up. You guys are CG whiz kids. I ain't so bad myself. And let's make an impossible dominoes run.
Let's make a video real quick, dude. Let's just make a video real quick.
Dude, I'm sorry, I've had coffee.
You're touching the end of it right now.
I actually love dominoes, man. I mean, when I went to Comic-Con like 10 years ago, dude, we built a domino run that turned on the lights.
It's controlled destruction. I think that's what's so satisfying about it. It's this very intricate, cool looking design. One false move and the whole thing just is wrecked.
I feel like there's so much hype with these things. It's like the same crowd who goes to watch a building demolition is probably watching these videos too.
The thing I like about dominoes is when you can actually scale up the size of them, because a domino can knock over another domino that's 1.5 times bigger. You can scale that up. But the problem is that if you're doing that for real, you end up hitting this barrier called reality, where you can't make anything bigger than that.
Do you think it's like cheating to do it in CG instead of doing it for real?
No, you embrace the CG. Like a computer simulation of a domino effect is just as satisfying, if not more satisfying, because you have to consider the fact that you can do the impossible in CG, but you're still using real life dynamics to control and set up the impossible.
It's still real physics. Like you still have to make the physics work.
Yes.
So our goal is to make a seemingly impossible domino run that also looks real. You will see a domino run that you have never, ever seen before.
I think we can do it in 3 shots, each one growing in complexity, and maybe even scale of the dominoes as well. We start with the first one like in the studio or something, doing like some crazy cool little pattern going along the ground.
Then it goes and hits a diamond formation that makes the corridor logo in the middle of the floor here.
And then continues onto the wall.
Love it. It's about to go out the door, and it goes up the wall. Maybe it goes around the corridor logo.
How do you change the direction of gravity? You're not a windrunner. How do you get it to go up the wall?
You would have to do it in 2 separate simulations.
And you'll just take that entire second domino scene and rotate it 90 degrees and just put it up against, and then just line it up.
It's technically 3 separate sims, because you have 1 up to the wall, 2 going here, 3 restarting normally and dropping here.
And then it disappears around the corner, and then we just cut to outside.
We have a little line goes zoop out to here, and it goes ding, 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 and then I get to like Clint-sized dominoes, right? It'll just be a snake down the road. And then, what happens?
I mean, Wren has his drone.
So then we can scale them up to the point that they're bigger than any dominoes can physically exist in real life, really leveraging the use of CGI here, right?
It'd be so cool, man. Oh.
We're going to be filming an invisible domino run.
Yes.
And we don't know how fast they're going to move. So I think what we need to do is we need to set up like a 2-scale, 20-foot long domino run on the computer and see how fast that moves.
Dang, it'd be so sick if we could just like do this right now on the spot. But, oh wait, this is actually perfect.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate that Clint is using his thigh as a mouse pad?
Dude, it's the best mouse pad, honestly. 20 feet?
Yeah, let's do 20 feet.
All right, I'm gonna hop into the shade here.
Hey, Milo. Milo. Milo.
Got some plants.
Hey, Milo.
All right, Niko, let's focus on the important things. So what?
So I want to take a second here and talk about the hardware we are using. So this is the Razer Blade Studio and has an NVIDIA RTX Quadro in it. And so that's a really fancy version of a graphics card. And what makes this different? Well, it has more VRAM. VRAM is useful for like when you have to have textures on the card for your 3D scenes, like when we render stuff in Octane, or in the case of if you're doing like machine learning, you need to hold like bigger models on it. Or for example, if you're working with like 8K red footage. Another thing that's really important to having a good workflow is having good drivers. So NVIDIA has their studio drivers out now, which accelerate things like Adobe Premiere and After Effects or Cinema 4D, for example, so that it fully utilizes their GPUs to run fast and smooth. So in this case, we're going to be doing a bunch of physics simulations with a bunch of rigid body objects. All these kind of things really benefit from good GPU integration, and that's what NVIDIA has with their NVIDIA Studio drivers. Clint, are you done yet?
Yeah, actually, this is actually going at a rate of Immigrant Song This domino line is going 5 feet per second. If you walk to the tempo of Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin, you will be walking at 5 feet per second. You know, that's about the pace you want to walk.
That speed is only for that size of domino. If you were to increase the size of that domino, that speed is actually going to increase pretty substantially. So we know the speed of the regular size dominoes. Yeah. Let's go ahead and make a 2-foot tall version of that same domino and just like literally run the simulation to see how fast that is.
Come to the land of the ice and globes. Snowing time, it's time to go. Dang, that moves quick. Hey, Wren, we have our answer. Can you ride at 13 feet per second?
13 feet per second. How many miles per hour is 13 feet per second? Oh yeah, that's 9 miles an hour. That's slow. I easily hit 20 miles an hour right there.
All right, so Wren can go the right speed. We have to plan for our shots. Now we just have to execute.
Right now, Wren's going to go out and get the drone shot while Clint and I start working on building our domino sequences. And you might wonder why we're on the laptops in the studio. Well, outside of the fact that the GPUs are fast for physics simulations, see, Wren's computer isn't here. We took our computers home, so actually it's a really good thing that we have these laptops to work on in the studio, because our computers are all gone. Anyways.
So I'm basically piecing together 3 simulations. Because you have 1 up to the wall, 2 going here, 3 restarting normally and dropping here. And then once we have the footage, I'll be able to tweak the spline path and all this and that. It'll look real nice. Niko is actually gonna build a really cool corridor logo made from dominoes.
Shouldn't take too long. I'll just be using black and white dominoes. I'll just set it up and I'll test it out, knock them down, and I'll move on from there.
God dang it, I keep messing up my shot. Look at all these trucks. Messing up my dominoes. All right, you ready? They're getting bigger. They're getting bigger. Oh no, it's gonna hit the highway. Boom. All right. Nice. All right, guys, I got the shot.
So this will be the corridor logo right here, 5-foot diameter.
How long is the logo gonna take to fall down? I need to have that in my mind as I'm actually recording all of it. So Niko?
There we go.
Freaking 2.5 seconds.
3 seconds to be exact. That's really cool. Man, this computer handles like 1,000 objects like it's nothing.
At some point, I'll get to where I kind of like come up and I'm looking down at the corridor logo and I just kind of hold it. The dominoes get to that point before I get there. You just add some more snake turns. And if I get to the logo before the dominoes have gotten there, you just remove a couple snake lines.
Exactly.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cool, that one felt good too.
Yeah, that one looked good.
That takes us to shot 2, which is out on the street, which Wren will shoot on the 1 wheel.
Sweet, we got it, all right. Okay, we're good. I think we got it. I think this will work. So Clint, yes, here you go.
Wow, I actually caught it.
I'm actually really excited about how this is gonna turn out.
So excited about how this is gonna turn out. Like, this is, I freaking live for this stuff. Oh gosh!
I'm excited for you, if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to Corridor Crew, for you to subscribe to Corridor Crew. Please subscribe.
All right, see ya.
See ya, man.
These cats are just roaming, dude. Look at these things. So we have to make these dominoes look super realistic, and there's a few things that I want to go over with you guys on how I'm going to achieve that. Wren did a great job tracking the footage, so it's seamless on that end, right? So the first thing I want to do is reference dominoes and get the look of a domino. You want to make sure your dimensions are correct, and then from there we're going to use an HDRI, which is basically just a bunch of images bracketed at different exposures combined together to give us the most realistic lighting sphere here. So if I just navigate around our scene here, you can see that we're kind of going around this HDRI image that Wren took of the studio, and that's what's actually going to help us fuse these dominoes with the actual live action footage. Now when we're in the exterior scenes, what I'm doing is basically adding sunlight here in Octane. You can see how this gets like a real nice, realistic, middle of the day type look here. Catch the swing there. The next thing we need to do to those dominoes is add a number of surface imperfections. That's going to be one of the things that is really going to push this domino above and beyond in terms of realism, because it's not a perfect domino right out the factory gates. So this is a fingerprint surface imperfection by Cornelius Domrich, and that makes things shiny and also makes things rough, and it just mixes it all up so it looks like someone actually touched these dominoes with their grubby old fingers. And that goes a long way when these things are getting knocked over one by one and they're catching the glare of the light from above. It's really gonna look nice when it's not just a perfect factory glare. So that's just a few ways to really step up the render here. The graphics card in these laptops really make it easy to render quickly.
All right, so Clint just called me. He is ready to show us the final shots, so let's take a look.
Clint, I hope that hair clip kept your hair out of your face by doing these intense physics simulations.
Unfortunately, this is the only time I had my hair clip up, so I couldn't see anything the whole time. So hopefully these shots are good. Yeah, I've been working on this stuff for the past 3 days. I don't know, I'm a little nervous. I know those VFX eagle eyes are just ready to strike, so tear me apart.
Dude, my eagle eyes can see an alias pixel from 1,000 feet away.
All right, I am ready for this.
Here we go.
A bit of the force, boonk. Oh, looks good. That little bit of shine. Very
Yeah,
nice.
it's all about the shine.
A little bit of steps. You got some snakes.
Dude,
Got
that
the corner logo.
Yeah.
Looks nice. All right, up the wall. Oh, you get just a little bit ahead of it. I remember we talked about that, but other than that, it looks pretty good.
Boom.
it looks really good.
It looks real. Like, it looks realistic. The lighting and everything looks great.
I think Wren's HDRI that he took of the studio, that's huge in making something realistic is that HDRI. I think it's catching the glare really nicely right here. It looks like you're just kind of like flying over the ocean, catching those highlights, you know? And it was tough just because like I had to basically sync up the speed of these dominoes to the timing of the video. Yeah, it was actually pretty difficult.
Physics,
But-
man. It's chaos. It's nature.
I want to see the next shot.
Yeah, dude, I want to see the outside shot.
Wait, it just starts already halfway through?
Yep.
Oh.
Already letting Niko down
I wanted to see the transition from the tiny to big.
is too fast.
Whoa.
Whoa! Whoa!
The dominoes are outpacing Wren on the one wheel. Wren is magically flying over the dominoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, the rendering looks great though.
Yeah.
The realism is like spot on.
Yeah, it's all about that glare, and I think you can actually see the surface imperfections here when they catch the sun and the fall off to just like the normal kind of look. That is definitely one of the things that makes this thing look as real as it does. Here's the thing though, here's the thing. There's a glaring error, there's a glaring mistake in this shot.
I feel like the sun direction doesn't quite match to that truck shadow.
Absolutely not. Look at the shadows on the dominoes, right? It's like basically top-down lighting. I was looking at the dumpster, and I was like, that's pretty top-lit, you know? And why I didn't see this freaking shadow of the telephone pole.
Yeah, so 45-degree angle for the sun. So I actually tracked these shots in After Effects using the AE camera tracker, which isn't the best camera tracker, but it's the easiest to use.
Really, this is an attraction After Effects. It's impressive.
Oh yeah, no, it tracks super easy.
Niko, you know, you were giving me the old gripe about not having dominoes go from small to big. Well, dude, do I have a shot for you?
Oh man, here we go. Oh, the last shot.
There's the domino transition I wanted to see. The first one gets a little crooked. I like that.
Oh no, we're out
Oh
right
man.
there. Whoa.
Oh man.
Whoa.
Wow.
I love that you can actually see the bounce light from the other dominoes. Oh, what? What? Oh my god!
Wow.
And then look at that rogue domino.
Dude, I didn't know you were gonna do this.
Yeah, I ended up just going with a freaking giant domino explosion at the end.
It works. What a way to end it.
Really
Oh my
well.
god.
Some of these dominoes have minds of their own, and they start taking flight, flying around like little bats. You know, they're agitated now.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, nice work, man. That looked great.
I think we've learned a lot about how we should actually go about timing up footage and the dominoes.
What we have here is really cool, and it's really promising for doing a crazy corridor video where we push us even further and put some more time into it. Well, dudes, I look forward to doing some more domino setups on these laptops.
Same.
Yeah.
All right, well that turned out great. Clint did an awesome job. And being able to do these kind of shots on a laptop was super cool. It unlocks a lot of creative potential for us to be out like on the street with one of these guys doing physics simulations and ray tracing rendering, being able to edit out in the field in the middle of a shoot with 8K red footage on the spot to see how it looks. So having mobile power is awesome. If you end up picking up one of these NVIDIA Studio laptops, you actually get 3 months free of Adobe Creative Suite. So go check it out. Link is in the description below. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. And don't forget to check out the Corridor channel where eventually we'll be posting another domino video. That's youtube.com/corridor. All right, see you later. So Snoop Dogg has asked me to bring Tupac back to life for a music video. Through new visual effects, newly shot scenes, we want to present to you a reimagined version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I'm gonna put a Nerf blaster on a drone.
I want to hit your drone out of the air.
Challenge accepted.